Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to another Sky Block video. So the update that we have been talking about for the last couple of days in all of our leak video has finally arrived just a couple of minutes ago. And for this, we've gotten a lot of big changes. If you know and you have been watching my last few videos, you guys will know that a lot of changes were coming to the farming system, as well as obviously the brand new fishing system. Really quickly, I'm going to show you on the screen right now the entire patch notes, and I'm also going to go over it myself. Now, the first thing here on the list is, of course, fishing. This is going to be coming with 10 brand new fishes, which I have already shown you guys a couple of them in my previous videos. On top of that, we have water crops, sprinklers, fertilizers, the brand new pro rank, which is going for, I believe, 1,850 Robux. It's an insane amount. Maybe I'm going to get it. I'm not 100% sure yet. On top of that, we have conveyor belts make crops oily. Okay, so that's interesting. I didn't know exactly how they were going to do that. Under that, it says clean oily crops with the new washing station, industrial washing station, water catcher, water storage barrel, composter, fish bait, new lighting system, and of course, bug fixes and performance improvements. Now, definitely one of the very first things that I noticed once I jumped into the game is the brand new lighting system. It seems I want to say a little bit darker, but not really. Kind of has like a navy blue or like a really dark blue tint over it. It definitely does look a lot more crisp, and there's not really that much lag, at least not when I came in the first time, given I am in a VIP server by myself. But anyways, let's head on over now to the workbench and see exactly what's listed over there. So right off the start, the first thing I'm seeing is the washing station. This goes for 3 pearls, 100 maple wood, and 30 iron. Okay, so you can obviously catch other things other than just fishes in the pond, I'm assuming. That's really interesting, but this is going to be cleaning your oily crops. I'm really curious to see how exactly we're going to be getting pearls. Now, the next thing is the industrial washing station. This goes for 1 propeller. What? So we can get pearls and propellers out of the ponds, apparently. Unless there's somewhere else, maybe further down the list here, we'll be able to actually create the propeller. I don't know. We'll see. 3 blue sticky gears and 10 steel rods. So that's definitely an expensive one. Obviously, it's an industrial machine, so it's kind of expected. Over here, we have the water barrel. This is 2 steel rods, 20 iron bars, and 50 maple wood. Under that, we have the water jug for 20 clay. That's actually not too bad at all. A little bit further down here, we have the composter, 30 birch wood, and 10 stone. This converts fish into fertilizer. Okay, that's interesting. So I guess you can also not only sell fishes, but you can also use it to make fertilizer now, which I wonder how that's going to work. I wonder if even my auto farm is working correctly right now. I have so many questions. Next to that, we have bait. This goes for 3 carrots. And then now it seems like some of the lower items actually are labeled as beginner items. So over here, we have the water catcher for 10 iron and 10 wood, and then the watering can for 10 wood. But aside from all of that, it doesn't really seem like there's anything else. We do obviously have the wooden fishing rod that goes for 10 wood. I'm going to actually go ahead and craft one of those right now so we can go and check out the fishing first, because I know that the farming is going to be super complicated. But let's go ahead and also make a little bit of bait here. And just for the sake of the fact that we are going to the pond, let's grab a water jug. I don't know if that's exactly where you get it. I would imagine that that is. And we'll also create a water catcher just in case if we don't actually get it from the pond, we can set up the water catcher and start accumulating some water there. And for the final thing that we're going to make, it is the composter, because obviously we're going to go fishing now. So I'm probably going to sell a couple of fishes, and then all the extra one we'll just go ahead and turn it into fertilizer just in case if we do actually need that. All right, perfect. So let's come down over here to my kind of empty test area and drop all of these new things that we made. So the water catcher is going to go right there. Let's open that up and see water catcher. The water catcher slowly refills over time. Fill and empty the tool in your hand using the action button. Okay, so it just kind of fills itself up. We don't really have to do anything. And then when it comes down to actually filling it up, all we have to do is just pull out our water jug. It'll say what tool in hand we have, and then I'm assuming we hit fill, and boom, now it has a little bit of a bar. Okay, yes, okay, dude, that makes sense. Dude, this is sick. All right, and then I'm assuming we would just like come up to something and maybe click on it. I don't know exactly how this part works. We'll figure this out when we do get to the farming section. Let me go ahead and set down the composter as well. How does this work? All right, so we just grab fish and dump it in. But yeah, let's go ahead now and head to the hub, and we'll be able to jump into the pond here really quick so we can catch some of our very first fishes. I can already see that there's a fisherman, and out of the corner of my eye, I did see another vendor back here. oily crops. Okay, so you can sell your oily crops if you don't actually want to go through the whole cleaning phase. Obviously, you're gonna be losing a lot of money though. Look at this. The onions are only going for 12 coins, bro. Don't they go for like 30? Yeah, bro. Oh my God, that's terrible. We definitely need to figure out a new auto farm with all of the new stuff because wow, man, that's a big loss. All right, so right here, right off the bat, we can already see that there's a fish right there in the water. Before we go ahead and jump into catching him, let's check this out. But based off what I'm seeing right here, there is a total of 9 fishes that we can possibly catch out of this. The salmon for 5 coins, the carp for 5 coins, catfish 10 coins, red snapper 35 coins, blue tang 35 coins, clownfish 60 coins. Dang. Tilapia 125 coins. What, dude? An eel 180. Bro, what? 500 coins for a swordfish? Bro, the swordfishes have to be extremely rare then. Well, let's see exactly how this works. I would imagine that you forcefully need to have bait, and then every single time that you cast out your line, it'll consume one of the baits out of your inventory. I don't know exactly how this is going to work, but let's see here really quick. Gonna drop it right next to it. Oh, okay, that didn't work out. Maybe we have to hold it. Okay, so you hold it down. Oh, what? I don't even know what just happened there, but I caught something. Okay, so we got ourselves a blue tang. This one goes for what, 35 coins? So right there, instantly we got 35 coins, and it seems like the fishes kind of spawn instantly too. Okay, so you just cast out your line. Once the bubbles come up, that's it. You've caught the fish. And yeah, they do indeed spawn pretty much instantly. It is a little bit tedious because you can't really cast your line too far. Like for instance, I can't cast it across the entire pond, and you more or less just have to wait until the actual fish swims up to the actual bobber. So it seems like this fish is giving me a little bit of a hard time right now. Oh, okay, there we go. It went ahead to it and boom, we got it. Oh, all right, so I just got a pearl, dude. Awesome. All right, so you can indeed fish pearls out of the water, and I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that that's exactly how you get propellers. I'm gonna do a little bit of fishing here for just a couple of minutes and see exactly if I can get any propellers or anything like that. All right, so after about 15 maybe 20 minutes of fishing, I have gone ahead and gotten a couple of pearls, and not only that, I also got 1 propeller. So for the most part, it kind of seems like the rarity drop chance on the propeller is about the same as the buff alcor crystal as well as the pink gears. But if you notice on the bottom here, I've gone ahead and caught 5 blue tang, 6 salmons, 6 carps, 7 catfish, 1 eel, 7 red snappers, and 1 propeller. And that's pretty much it. So not really that bad. I'd say what, like 2,000 coins in just about 15-20 minutes of fishing. I don't think that's too bad, especially since the vast majority of you are kind of gonna have to do this, especially if you want to get the pearls and propellers, unless obviously you're going to be trading. But yeah, let's head back to the base now, and I'm going to check out the compost and see if we can make anything with the pearls and stuff that we just got. So for the composter here, we're going to go ahead and open the menu, grab some of these right here, stick them in there, and yeah, it's more or less going to work the same exact way as like the stone cutter and all of that. It'll end up turning all of the stuff into basic fertilizer. You can grab them, and honestly, the basic fertilizer is kind of interesting because I don't know what it does, considering it does still seem like my auto farm is still planting onions, it's still picking onions, and it's still moving them. The only difference is that they're obviously now coming out oily. So I'm not 100% sure exactly what the fertilizer is supposed to do. I don't know if maybe you use it and it insta grows the crop. Let me test this out really quick. All right, so I've gone ahead and emptied out 6 plots right there. I'm gonna plant a couple of potato seeds and a couple of onions. Let's grab fertilizer and drop it on top of it. I don't actually know what that's doing. Obviously, let's put some water over it. Maybe is that going to do anything? So the way that I think it works is you grab water from your catcher and then you stick it inside of the water jug and you move the water jug into a water barrel to use that as storage. I think that's how it works. Let's obviously just go ahead and check. Let's make some of these steel rods, which that's interesting. They went ahead and made the gilded steel hammer kind of like a legendary color now. Let's go ahead and make a couple of these steel rods. I'm going to go ahead and make now 1 water barrel, and let's see if my theory is indeed correct. So if we go ahead and place the water barrel right there and open this menu, it says the water barrel holds a large amount of water. Fill and empty the tool in your hand using the action button. Okay, so I was indeed correct. You go ahead now and empty this into the water barrel, and now that's working as a storage unit. Now I wonder if we switch over to the watering can and fill this up, can we now move over here? So this stuff just kind of grew even if I didn't put water on it. That's kind of weird. I don't exactly know how that makes any sense. Let me grab some more fertilizer really quick just so that we can test this out. So let's try this one more time here. Potato, potato, and then onion, onion. Drop basic fertilizer and water. Okay, that worked. Now, what's the difference? So is that going to make it grow faster? Okay, so it does seem like it's growing a little bit faster. Look, I didn't put any water or fertilizer on this one, and this one still hasn't gone into the first stage, while these three already have. Okay, so now this one is probably on its way now to being harvestable, while this one just now entered the first stage, and it's been roughly around maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So it seems like pouring water as well as putting the fertilizer is going to make it a lot faster. I'm already able to harvest this onion while the other onion is still on its very first stage. So I guess putting water and fertilizer is going to make a huge difference. I'm not 100% sure if only putting water is going to make a difference. Chances are that it is, but it's not going to be too noticeable, to be honest. Now, one thing that's really interesting to me is the fact that I don't know where you make the sprinklers. I know that they mentioned it in the patch notes, but I don't see them anywhere in the workbench, nor do I see it on the anvil. So I'm actually really confused right now on where we go to make sprinklers. I'm going to check around here in the hub to see if maybe there's a vendor that sells sprinklers, because there is no way to make them right now. Maybe there's some hidden vendor somewhere that I have not seen. This is really interesting. I've checked everywhere, including even the combat areas, and I don't find any way to be able to actually make these sprinklers. Maybe I'm just crazy or dumb and I completely missed it. But if you guys figure it out, let me know in the comments. I was really curious to see where that was, because that was going to make all the difference in setting up a sprinkler system and increasing it by just a little bit, even though we're not able to put fertilizer on all of them. That's definitely really weird. Maybe they just forgot to add them in. I don't know. Another thing, in regards to the bait, I actually figured out how to do it. Just go ahead and take it out in your hand, stand on the edge, and you should be able to drop some in. I actually just did it right now, so I'm assuming if I fish this fish, it's kind of going to keep all the spawn rate in this area right here. Again, not 100% sure how this works out. I just kind of figured out how to use it right now, so figured I would go ahead and share it with you. But anyways, that pretty much does it for everything in the update. A lot of stuff is really confusing, I'm not gonna lie. Personally, I'm gonna be playing around with it and trying to figure out a new way of doing the auto farm system, especially so that it grows a lot faster and makes more money. On top of that, I definitely want to see if you guys have been able to find the sprinklers. I don't know exactly where they are, but of course, like always, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all types of different content, and turn on those notifications so that you do not miss my videos here within the next couple of days. I'm going to be putting out a lot of stuff with this whole entire new system that they have introduced. But that's pretty much going to do it for today. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.